it's the last of December. What better day to film the last Christmas story part. I am so sorry it's up so late. I was just totally sick and there was no way for me to speak for half an hour. But luckily I did get some new voice for Christmas, so we'll test that now. See how it goes. I'm still a little bit sick, so I hope that's okay. I hope you enjoy it. December 19th. We are gathered around the small coffee table in the living room, Josh and Teal on the couch and me cuddled up in the big armchair to their left. Josh brought apple pie, Teal made hot chocolate, and the lazy winter sun drizzles its light across our faces. We spent some time doing our homework but gave up on that rather quickly in order to chat about everything that comes to our minds. Funny and interesting, related and random. But somehow we ended up talking about Ilea again. I don't know how we got there or who mentioned it first, but suddenly the cozy air makes room for uncomfortable looks between the three of us. I'm certain that Till already told Josh about my lie, probably in a way that doesn't present me quite as guilty as I actually am, since Josh doesn't appear to be mad at me. But the problem of a weird situation between the two exes remains unresolved. Of course, the easiest way out of this would be for Josh to come out, to just end the secret, but it only takes one look from Till to keep me from voicing those thoughts. I'm sorry you had to lie for me, Josh breaks the tension, his hand entangled with Till's, but his eyes avoiding either of us. No, I'm sorry I made up such a stupid story. I could have solved this without lying altogether, if I'd thought about it just a bit longer, let alone with something that idiotic. Josh meets my gaze, and there's a silent acceptance between us, both understanding and forgiving the other's actions. Anyways, thanks for being so patient with me, both of you. The way Till and Josh look at each other could melt the ice covering the entirety of London, their eyes completely lost in their opposites present for a moment. Josh breaks away first, placing a soft kiss on Till's lips before turning back to me and saying, the previous seriousness absent from his voice now, "So, Sam, Till tells me you've got a boyfriend." I smile, following his change of subject. "Yes, Toby is wonderful." And just like that, the warm coziness finds its way back into our living room. December 20th. Toby's hand around mine holds a feeling of comfort and security as he guides me through the masses of people in worn hats and bully jackets towards a booth that steams from mulled wine kettles. I stay at one of the few tables spread around the booth while Toby goes to get us 2 cups of mulled wine. Whilst we stand and drink, we observe the people around us, making up stories about them and about what they're looking for at the market. The wine warms my body, whilst Toby's contagious laughter warms my heart, the fairy lights glittering all over the market, giving this moment a dreamlike flair. I turn away from the lights over us to face Toby, who is already watching me, an adoring grin on his lips. I smile back at him, about to ask where he wants to go next when he leans in closer to me. It takes me a second to realize that he is about to kiss me, and another one to lift my hand to his chest. He stops immediately as my gesture holds him back, his expression hurt, surprised, confused. "I'm sorry," I whisper. "I'm just not ready yet." I let my fingers glide from his chest to his shoulder, my thumb caressing his neck while I wait for a response. "Okay." His voice is unsure, his eyes still reflecting how unexpected my reaction was. But he tries to be understanding. "I'm sorry," I repeat. "No, don't be. It's okay." This time I can tell he really means it. "Okay, where do you want to go next? I saw some glass figures last week." "Sounds good." I think they were over there. He takes the lead towards the next suite of booths and I follow him, taking his hand as I catch up. Looking at his profile, I see him react with a relaxed smile, the confusion finally leaving his features as he untangles our fingers even closer. December 21st. I told you Leah would be here, don't you read my text? I stand next to Josh, who already looks like a hurt puppy, and watch my brother spit his anger over us. Of course he's right. If Josh knew Leah was already here, he shouldn't have come over. However, the two of them did make plans to go to the market today, and he told me 3 days ago how much he was looking forward to it. So maybe he had hoped Leah would be gone by the time he got here. Or that Till would send her home once he saw Josh, which is kind of what he did. But now that Leah's gone, Till's annoyed expression takes over. His furious words a weapon against Josh's hope for a nice afternoon together. Before Till can send Josh away too, I step in. Hey, calm down. He obviously feels bad about it, so let it go, okay? You made plans to go to the market, so why don't you just do that? Till doesn't seem convinced, but at least he doesn't reject my idea right away. Josh, on the other hand, has that look in his eyes, the wishful one, that's afraid to actually believe. Okay, but do you want to come with us? I'm surprised by his request, and Josh's reaction tells me that he is as well. But maybe this really is not the best time for the two of them to be alone. So I wait for Josh's nod of approval before agreeing to join them, preparing to keep any fights or reminders of this one away from them. On my way out, I quickly text Toby that I cannot make it to our date due to, again, damage control, and ask if he wants to reschedule. When I don't get an answer 10 minutes later, I'm rather disappointed, but my job as a mediator keeps me too busy to get worried about that. December 22nd. During the entire school day, my eyes are glued to my phone, anxiously awaiting a response from Toby to one of my texts, but nothing happens. At the sound of the last bell, I make up my mind. I tell Till I'll see him later before I rush out of the school, hurriedly making my way through the groups of kids standing together and chatting about their weekends. The market is about 20 minutes away from my school, and when I get there, my lungs are frozen and burning at the same time, my heartbeat racing like crazy from running half the way down here. As I turn the corner and the jewelry booth comes into view, I stop my steps, forcing myself to catch a breath before I go over there. Toby? The immediate happiness in his eyes only lasts a second. Then it makes place for something else, something I cannot quite identify. Maybe it is distance. Maybe anger? Hi. His voice sounds cold. His eyes not actually looking at me. What's up? He talks like I'm an old acquaintance, not his girlfriend. What's up with you? Did something happen? No, it didn't, but that's okay. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, come on. Of course, that's the exact moment an old lady decides to want to know everything about one of the silver wings, and in exchange she gives away an overwhelming amount of information about her granddaughter, the possible receiver of the gift. While she is talking, I stand at the side of the booth, trying to look at least vaguely interested in the earrings that are displayed there. Toby doesn't look over once. Finally, the lady decides to take the ring after she paid and wished Toby a wonderful Christmas. We are alone again. Or at least far enough away from the other Christmas shoppers that no one will hear me say, "Okay, what's going on here?" I'm not sure my words actually confuse Toby or if that's just my own feelings reflected in his eyes, but at least he does sound a little less distant when he answered, "Well, you don't want to be with me anymore. I get it, you can stop pretending." And at my horrified expression he adds, What? What? Why would you think that? Okay, apparently some people did hear that, for they turned their heads in our direction. I lower my voice and repeat, why would you think that? Now, he definitely is confused. You cancelled a date yesterday without a real reason and, well, you didn't want to kiss me. He stutters, his eyes finally seeing me. I let out a sigh. Oh gosh, Toby. Then I walk to the side of the booth and knock on the wooden door. He opens, and before he lets me in, I give him a quick kiss on the cheek. Once the warmth of the heater surrounds me, I take Toby's hands and start to explain. Okay, first of all, I'm really sorry about yesterday. There was a kind of emergency situation with my brother's relationship. It's a long story and I still cannot tell you, but I promise I will as soon as I can. And about the kiss, I hesitate, searching for the right words. I told you on our first date that I've never dated anyone before. And I also never had a relationship before, and well, I have never been kissed. And I really, really like you. I do want to kiss you, but I'm just not ready yet. I have to get used to this, to us, and I'm so happy that there is an us. I really just need some more time. Is that okay? He looks down at our hands, his thumb drawing little circles on my fingers. Then he locks eyes with me again and smiles. Yes, I'll wait. And I'm so sorry for overreacting. December 23rd. I can barely concentrate on the present I'm unwrapping as Toby's arm around my shoulders gets all my attention. My heartbeat following the slow rising of his chest. My eyes hardly noticing the present, but rather watching him watch me. This is why I originally protested against us opening our Christmas presents today. I didn't want to be watched whilst receiving my first boyfriend's gift, and more importantly, I really don't want to be here when he opens mine later. When the wrapping paper is finally conquered, I take out a small box and a CD. I look at this CD first. It's a mixtape of Christmas songs. For the journey to your mom's place, Toby explains, and I grin, thanking him with a kiss on the cheek. Then I open the box. In it is a pair of beautiful golden earrings with polished surfaces matching my necklace. Oh, they're perfect. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. He smiles into my hair as he places a kiss on top of my head. Now, shall I open yours? I look up from my present, the nervous grumbling back in my stomach as I take my gift from the coffee table in front of us. Okay, here you go. At first he tries to open it one-handed, but as he repeatedly fails, also due to a shaking laughter at those attempts, he lets me slip out of its embrace. I bite my lip whilst I watch him unwrap, my mind already racing through different ways he might react, all of them ending up with him being either disappointed or shocked. However, when he finally holds the concert tickets in his hands, his eyes shine with excitement and his lips wear a childish smile. I can't believe you remembered. He looks at me and it feels like he sees a different person. Not the me he met a few weeks ago, but the girlfriend me, the one who knows his favorite band and just gave him 2 tickets for the next tour. At first I was only looking at the website for fun, just to see where they will be playing. I never imagined I could afford a ticket, let alone 2. But thankfully Toby has quite a unique taste in music, so his favorite band is not that overpriced. So I just went with it. But one worry remains. It's in 3 months though. Yeah, no, his tone suggests that he has no idea what I'm getting at. That's quite a long time. I mean, a lot can happen in 3 months. Realization hits him and I see the flicker of surprise cross his face before he smiles and responds, "Sure, but I think 3 months is the perfect amount of time for a couple to wait before they go to their first concert together. That way, We'll be comfortable enough around each other for me to dance and sing along wildly, and for you to judge me and laugh at how untalented I am. He grins and I let out a chuckle. Somehow the image that his words created is exactly what I need to calm it down. So what if I made plans for us in 3 months? It'll work, we'll be fine. I lean back into him, his arms immediately closing around me again. Thank you, he whispers. I know I'll have to leave soon to go back home and make Christmas dinner with my dad, but for now I just enjoy his warmth surrounding me and the idea of us in the future playing in my head. December 24th. I sit on my windowsill, my bags for a trip to Mom on the ground next to me, as I open the letter. It was lying on my breakfast plate this morning, and when I asked whom it was from, Dad and Till just shared an amused look and stayed silent. The envelope is empty except for my name, but in it are a beautiful Christmas card and a printout of a photo Toby and I took in front of his Christmas tree yesterday, small enough to fit into my amulet. I wrap my blanket closer around my shoulders before I begin to read. Dear Sam, before I begin, I want you to know that this is the first time I write such a letter, so I'm sorry for my bad writing. Sam, when you gave me those tickets, I realized something. Because the worry of us not being together in 3 months' time, the idea of something happening to break us up until then, it didn't even cross my mind. I know that we just got together and that everything is always rosy and happy in the beginning of every relationship. But I don't think that's it. I think that, and I really hope this isn't too soon, I'm falling in love with you. I know you're still insecure about all of this because it's so new to you, but I want you to understand that this is new to me too. Yes, I've had relationships before, but it feels different. With you, it's like it's always been this way. I don't know if this makes any sense to you, but it's the only way I can describe it. And that is why I overreacted so much when I thought you didn't feel the same way. It's also why I will happily wait for you to get used to us. There's no need to hurry, because we've got all the time in the world. For now, I just enjoy every moment we spend together, and I'm already looking forward to see you again when you get back from your holiday. Have a great time with your mom. Merry Christmas, Toby. So, that's this year's Christmas story. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, 1,000 times so sorry it's so late. Of course there are some unresolved things in this one which will be explained in last year's Christmas story, so make sure you go over to WATTPAD to read those, or over to the Christmas story playlist, which will be linked here, maybe, possibly, or in the description down below, for sure. And there will be everything and also the solutions to some problems that weren't resolved in this one. Again, I hope you really liked this. I hope you had a great holiday and a great 2016. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next year. I said this already, didn't I? Yeah, this time I'll really see you next year, because tomorrow is next year. So have fun celebrating or whatever you do. And I hope you always have a reason to smile. And I shall see you tomorrow. Goodbye.